Hello and welcome to the Midseason Form Podcast. We're excited to be here. It's a free for all Thursday, as it were.
Yeah,
Um,
nice.
new
It's been a while.
It has been a while, but we are glad to be back.
It's the longest we've gone, I think, since we've started.
Yeah, I mean, just with everything going on right now.
Yeah, we've had a lot going on. We're busy,
Busy.
and there's just a lot going on in general.
Yeah, no,
So,
there's no doubt about
but
that.
hey, we're here. We're still here.
I'm still here. We're all still here. But yeah, we it's another great Thursday episode edition.
Well after 5 p.m.
Well after. We made sure to wait until well after 5, as per usual.
Yeah.
But we are brought to you by so many wonderful sponsors, namely Willis Thompson, a great man, great supporter of the show, longtime supporter. We love him to death. We're also brought to you by our hat sponsors, Matt and Vicky Schulte, of which we are currently donning for the recording of the episode, as per usual. Grateful to have that support. We're also brought to you by our phenomenal Premium Platinum Plus member, Mr. L Dog Parks, my father, a great man, great supporter of the show, and a great father. We're also brought to you by Greg, the G-Man Latham, another great man and great supporter, and your father.
May I?
You may.
Early birthday shout out to G-Man tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
July 29th.
Yeah, so maybe when he's listening to this, it will be his birthday.
You're not going to believe this. Literally right when we were talking about that, he just texted me.
No way, bro.
Right now.
Bro.
That's a sixth sense, bro.
They're always listening, brother.
That's sixth sense.
Yeah, it is.
But no, yeah, his birthday's tomorrow, so happy birthday to G-Man, one of our most faithful listeners.
Turning 35 tomorrow.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Something like that. So happy birthday, G-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, we're also brought to you by our mothers. Our mothers, great supporters of the show. Super early birthday shout out to my mom, October 10th. So,
yeah,
while
we're at it, my mom, November 9th.
Yeah, so super early birthday shout outs. So yeah, happy birthday soon to be for them.
Everybody.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, it's a free for all Thursday. The summer months a little slow in the sporting world.
Yeah, we're hurting a little bit. It's basketball's over. Football, the preseason hype of football is at its peak, which is nice.
Yeah,
everyone's getting excited for football, and let me tell you what, I'm one of those people.
I'm one of them.
You're one of them.
I'm there.
So we've got that coming up around the bend, if you will.
Sure.
But right now you really only have baseball, which of course we love baseball.
We love baseball, but
there's only so much you can talk about with it. So
we're in the dog days right now. Dog days
of summer. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna mix it up a little bit.
A weird light thing.
Just fix it.
Yeah. So it's a free for all Thursday in the dog days of summer, as it were. And so we figured we'd do a little free for all talk. Mr. Latham, in our prep, which started probably 3 or 4 weeks ago for this episode, he said, "What should we talk about on July the 28th?" And I said, "It's got to be Italian food.
It's gotta be.
It's got to be. It's got to be."
Which, yeah, it's exactly how you said it, and I could not have agreed more.
It had to be you. Or it could only be you. Yeah, so Italian food. I mean, if you think about it, I really like Italian food.
Yeah, I also really like Italian food. It's one of my, I mean, dare I say, actually, if you encompass all Italian food, it's probably my favorite type of food.
Okay.
Because you got to think, well, let me finish. Okay. Because you see, pizza is under that umbrella, right?
Pizza does fall in there.
Pizza's in there, and pizza's probably my favorite food. Pretty cliche, I know, but you got pizza under there, which kind of does it for me. But you talk about all the pasta dishes.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, if we're power ranking food types, Italians got to be tier 1.
I
which
feel like
isn't
you probably have,
necessarily.
you might have Mexican above them.
Yeah, I do. And
But
I
hey,
know,
we're not here to talk about Mexican food.
and I know that when you do power rankings, they're not necessarily tiers; they're just power ranked.
Sure.
But I've decided to do tiers with my power ranking.
Well, we
Uh,
can do that because none of this matters.
None of it matters, but I mean, they got to be tier one, no matter how you look at it, no matter how you slice it.
No matter how you slice the pie,
Yeah, the pizza pie.
pizza pie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Obviously Italian food provides a lot of benefit in situations where you need to carb load,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
important.
it is.
Which is
It is
important.
very important. Yeah, I mean, listen, man, you can't go wrong with a good. I mean, see, you know me, I'm a pretty classic guy when it comes to food.
Sure, sure.
Some would call it, some would call my palate, unsophisticated.
Sure. They would be wrong.
They would be wrong. Well, they actually might be right.
They might be right.
But stick with the classics, right? You can't go wrong with like, okay, if I go to like an authentic, like Italian place, Olive Garden, for example,
Classic.
authentic,
Yeah.
um,
No, it's classic.
no, it's classic and it's authentic Italian food. But no, in all seriousness, no
Yeah.
kidding around, because
Yeah.
we don't do that.
No, get serious.
I have a hard time not getting, like, if I see spaghetti and meatballs or spaghetti bolognese,
Oh, bolognese.
bolognese,
See.
I have a hard time not getting it.
I mean, it's classic. It really
It's
is.
classic. And like the meatballs, it adds so much to me. It's just like, I got to see how the meatballs are.
Yeah. I mean, you have to.
You have to.
I
But I also do love a good Alfredo.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong there either. And that, to me,
Heavy.
that's kind of the
It's
beauty.
heavy.
I like to go lasagna. That's kind of
See, that's
that's
another
kind
one.
of my whole thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Let me ask you this real quick on lasagna. How are you about frozen lasagnas?
oh, 100% I'm all in.
Stouffer?
Yeah, I like Stouffer's. I'll tell you though, Aldi's has a frozen lasagna. It's like $2.50, maybe $3 tops. And yeah, I used to eat at least one of those a week.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean it's good. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right. Yeah. Thank
It's
you for
really
that.
good. Yeah, so lasagna is probably my favorite of the Italian dishes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, obviously, pizza is kind of in a league of its own,
See,
even
that's
though
the thing.
it's in the umbrella.
That's kind of why I separated it out, because like it is Italian food, but like you said, it's like I feel like it's gotten to where people just view pizza almost like its own type of food.
Its own group, yeah.
Its origins are from Italy,
Sure, sure,
but
sure.
it's almost its own thing. And boy, do we love it.
We do love it. We do love it.
We do love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I in terms of my pasta, I think that I like well,
It's
I
hard.
don't know.
It's hard.
I was gonna say that I prefer an Alfredo sauce to like a tomato-ish sauce.
Uh-huh.
No, I think I'm comfortable saying that. I think I am. Um,
Yeah. Okay.
if I could only have one, I think I would go Alfredo, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, see, I'll probably agree with that statement, but it's because you didn't say meat sauce or bolognese.
A bolognese.
That is where I'd be like, I don't know.
That's where I draw the line. Yeah.
Now, let me ask you about the Alfredo sauce or on the topic. Now, see, I like one of my every now and then treats that I'll enjoy if I'm at an Italian restaurant is a good old shrimp Alfredo.
Yeah.
Now, are you a chicken Alfredo or what's your vibe?
I'm going to tell you this, Austin, and I'm only going to say it once, so you better listen up.
I'm listening.
At Provino's, a restaurant, new sponsor, a restaurant that we actually mentioned when we brought up the topic of Italian food.
Yeah.
In our prep, they have a dish, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's got it's like a bacon, but it's like kind of thicker, like ham almost. It's like a ham bacon
Sure.
with the Alfredo, and that to me that's probably my favorite of the Alfredo pasta dishes.
Okay.
Um,
I'll have to check that out.
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy a good shrimp Alfredo. It's hard to beat that, but I do really enjoy the ham bacon at Provino.
Ham bacon, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I'll have to check that out.
yeah. I think
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Carinas,
crave for it
man.
now.
I'm glad they're on board as a sponsor now. That was big for
Yeah,
us.
it's good to have them.
It's good to have you guys. Man, I used to love going to Bravino's.
Yeah,
Do they still do eat for free on your birthday?
we
I
need to see.
gotta go, man, in
We need to see if
January.
G-Man wants to go tomorrow.
Heyo, that actually wouldn't be bad.
That would not be bad.
That could be a good time. Now, I remember doing that a few times, back when, I lived near that one
Sure.
over in Snellville.
Yeah, and Snowball. Yeah,
Man, that's a great establishment.
that is a good establishment.
Those
They
rolls,
do a fine job. They do a fine job with the rolls.
those garlic rolls. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
I got a question for you. Macaroni and cheese.
Is
Italian?
that is that Italian food?
Italian or not? Because it's like it's pasta.
It is
But it's
pasta, but is all pasta Italian?
mmm.
And is all Italian pasta? No, it's not.
Right.
But I just wanted to say that.
Right.
I don't know about that, to be honest. I would say, like, my gut tells me no, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like an American Italian.
Right. Which I feel like America, we do this. We do this with lots of things.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Wow. I'll have to do some research on that.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens when I Google macaroni and cheese.
Yeah. Speaking of Italians, I had this discussion a number of months ago with somebody, a few friends. Um, when I think of Italians, so okay, Venn diagram.
Yeah.
Venn diagram.
Yeah.
In the middle is wearing a tracksuit,
Yeah.
and then the two circles are Italians, and well, no, that also doesn't work either. I was gonna say race car drivers, but a lot of race car drivers are Italian too. I think, in my
Some
in my
are, I'm sure.
in my opinion,
Some
they are.
some
Yeah.
do that, especially the Formula One stuff.
Right. Yeah. Right. Um,
Yeah.
I got to go back to the drawing board on that. But I know that in my mind, every Italian wears a tracksuit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might be wrong, but
Yeah. You can just see them like, Italians strolling into the local pizza joint in their tracksuit.
yeah,
And
unzipped,
getting a pie to go.
getting a pizza pie. Yeah,
A pizza pie from Tony.
from Tony. Yeah, no, I don't know. I got to go back. I gotta find that Venn diagram. I made a Venn diagram. I'll share it with you privately.
Yeah, send it privately, please.
I'll have to find it, but
Yeah. No, I know what you're onto something there, and I agree. It's just kind of their vibe, which
yeah,
I'm all for, honestly. Like,
yeah, no, yeah,
it's
100%.
comfortable.
Yeah,
And you know what? You need to be comfortable when you're eating Italian food because it's very filling.
you have to be. You have to be.
Like you said, you're getting a lot of carbs. You might be bloated after.
Yeah.
Need some stretch.
So for the Italian people, one of the things that they have to watch out for is because of the garlic in Italian food.
Yeah.
Like the rolls at Provino's, for instance.
Yeah.
The garlic. They're also notorious for like kissing everybody.
Yeah.
And so, with the garlic on the breath, that's something that they kind of have to look out for.
It's the price you pay.
It is the price you pay.
On top of the actual price you pay for the food.
Right. You don't just kiss somebody and get food. Don't try it. Trust me, I've tried.
Yeah, you have. Yeah. Hey, and not just at Italian places either.
No, I've tried it everywhere. But yeah, so I think for all of our Italian listeners, of which there are many.
Which are there? Yes, of which there are a ton.
Yeah. I guess I would just say keep some breath mints on you. I don't know. I can't say that I've ever smelled an Italian's breath.
Gum could do the trick too.
Gum could do the trick too. I'm
different
just
vibe.
assuming, again, based on the types of food that are being consumed, that they probably want to have that handy.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I've never been kissed by an Italian. It's a
Nor
dream,
had I. Yeah,
but
good call out though.
yeah, maybe
Hey, it's something to keep in mind.
it's something to think about. It really is.
Something to think about. Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, I do love the food though. I must admit. Um,
yeah,
like you
yeah.
said, the classic spaghetti and meatballs. Um, it's hard to go wrong there.
And with a lot of Parmesan on top.
Oh yeah, you got to have the parm.
I'm a big Parmesan guy.
Yeah,
Load it up.
yeah. You've tweeted about this before, but um, what do you do when you put the parm on there, but then you can't like see it because I guess the grease like
Yeah,
kind of
it goes
soak.
away, right? So you just keep putting it on.
Yeah, you have to add more.
Like people, you can tell me all you want. Like, no, you don't need to put it. Like it's in there. You're already eating that
I
much
would never
cheese.
say that.
Look, if I can't see it, I
Yeah.
believe that's what it is. Something. If I can't see it, it's not there.
Yeah, no, I could not agree more. And
Like
I
I don't really get how it disintegrates like that.
yeah.
It kind of pisses me off a little bit, but it just means that I get to put more on.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this, the I always find myself getting frustrated with the Parmesan shaker. Uh,
Yeah,
it doesn't come out at a rate that I'm happy with.
yeah.
I would love for it to come out a lot faster.
Well, some of them have the two sides where you open the other one that's like the no holes, and you can really go to town with that one. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like the two-sided one.
yeah, I'm just thinking restaurant style when it's in the
Oh, the restaurant style, sure.
yeah.
Now, if you're like, hey, if we're back at the authentic Italian, like I said, you have the guy come around with the.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
different
see,
vibe. That's a different
that's
vibe.
similar vibe. It's that one is also frustrating for me because I feel like if I got the amount that I want put on, I would be judged for it.
Yeah, you'd say when like a good 30 seconds after he
Yeah,
starts.
the person's arm would probably get tired by the time
Right.
I was satisfied with the amount.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah, I'd rather be able to just put my own Parmesan on there.
yeah, yeah. I mean, the freshly grated is nice, obviously.
Freshly grated is nice, but I was about to say, hot take, I almost like the what's the alternative to the freshly grated?
From the shaker.
The shaker. I
Yeah,
almost feel like I like the taste of that better.
yeah. I
I
I
don't know, man. I don't know. Might be a hot take, but
I think okay, okay. I think for my pizza, I want the shaker. If,
okay.
if I've got a big bowl of pasta,
You want
freshly
that.
grated.
That's fair. I can see that.
That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I can see that. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, see the Parmesan cheese, it also kind of goes away on the pizza too. So it's kind of the same deal. You just got to keep loading it up.
It's the exact same deal. It's the exact same deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
cool.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Trying to think of I had Italian food in Rome, which is in Italy.
When in Rome.
Yeah, when in Rome I had it. um and maybe it's just a product of okay, it was obviously better than what we have here. But I was kind of like, I kind of just want some like, Chef Boyardee type, spaghettios or something like that when I was over there.
I'll
Just
tell you
because,
what.
like it was like almost like too fresh, like the tomato stuff and like
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That
was
could
like
be.
I'm
That
so
could be
used to our American Italian food,
the Americanized Italian.
yeah, that it was like
Yeah, it's
kind of
like I
weird.
said, it's kind of what we do. We kind of get away from the authenticity
Yeah.
of the food.
Well, and I think part of it too is that I couldn't read the menus, so I didn't know.
That
I
makes it
didn't,
tough.
yeah, I didn't always know what I was ordering.
That makes it tough. Now, I
Yeah,
will say real quick, you mentioned SpaghettiOs.
yeah,
I used to love me some SpaghettiOs, brother.
yeah. They're good.
Hey, I mean, my college days, and of course, before college days,
Sure,
I had SpaghettiOs quite often,
sure, sure.
especially the A to Z's with meatballs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I did that a lot. See, again with the meatballs.
With the meatballs. There
And
you
see,
go.
those are just really, really good, fresh meat.
Yeah,
Just
Oh
fresh,
yeah. Oh, it's
no
just fresh.
questions about where those are from or
Yeah, farm to
anything.
table type deal.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, hey man, it's good stuff.
it is good stuff. It is
Good
good
stuff.
stuff. Yeah, I feel like I don't cook a lot of Italian other than the classic like spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah, see, I don't really cook anything, as you know.
Sure.
I'm not a big cook, but the one, really the one of like maybe three things I cook, if you even want to say three, that might be a stretch, is just pasta, spaghetti.
Yeah.
'Cause it's easy. It's
Oh,
easy,
so easy.
but so good.
It's so easy but so good. And I'll tell you, a little goes a long way when it comes to
Yeah, sure.
noodles, you know.
Yeah. Okay, last thing, because I feel like we should probably move on.
Yeah.
When you're making spaghetti, and well, I just called it spaghetti. When you're making pasta, because I feel like your answer, it might be, it depends on what kind you're making. What's your go-to? What's your favorite kind of noodle?
I like penny. I do. I really, really do.
Yeah.
Penne. I don't know if I'm
I think it's, yeah, I call it penne, but I don't know. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
it's my favorite.
I've done penne a lot. I like rotini, the corkscrew.
Rotinis are good.
Just more, to me, it seems like more volume,
Sure.
and it's easier to like a classic like thin spaghetti.
Sure.
I like that vibe, but to me, I like that more when I'm at that authentic Italian and I'm getting the spaghetti with meatballs,
Sure.
because then it's the work of like you get the meatball and then you twirl with the thin spaghetti. But like I don't always want to have to do all that work.
Yeah, that is a lot of work.
I'd rather just have the rotini where I can just fork that beast.
Oh yeah. No, I do love those.
Yeah.
Just straight forking down in the bowl.
But penne or penny, whatever, you can do that too, because it's kind of the same idea. It's a little more volume.
Sure. A little more volume. I'll tell you what I do like is the Cameron makes a pasta salad.
Okay.
And it's got like those the twisty ones, the spirally ones.
Okay.
But then it's also got the ones. Wait, what are they called?
Bow tie.
What are they called? They're the ones that have like stuff stuffed in them.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Rigatoni. Is it rigatoni? No, it's not rigatoni.
Maybe, I don't know.
It might be rigatoni.
Okay. Yeah. You mentioned pasta salad. See, Amy also makes pasta salad,
No way.
and she uses the bow tie.
Oh, I don't mind that.
Bow tie time. But yeah, no, see, that's a good vibe too. It's it's good volume, good shape, a fun shape.
Sure.
So
Sure.
I don't know. Could be good.
We're good. Yeah. Well, everyone, to all of our listeners, tweet us or Instagram message us your favorite Italian foods.
Yes.
Start with that, and then also give us a free for all topic for next week.
Yeah.
Let's get some
Dealer's
topics.
choice.
Say again.
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice.
And they're the dealers.
Right. But we'll decide.
Yeah, we're gonna make the decision. But yeah, send us some recommendations. Anything goes, but keep it clean.
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean. That's all we ask.
Yeah, that's all we ask. But yeah, we'll look it over and decide. Should I do an ad break before we move on?
Yes, sir.
We're also brought to you by Carter Cross, our dear friend, dear supporter of the show. We love him to death. We're also brought to you by Barra Slevins. Barra Slevins, big supporter of the show. We saw her the other day.
We did. She did admit she hasn't watched or listened in a few weeks.
Which is fine. I mean,
it's fine. We also hadn't done one in a while, so that's part of it.
That's part of it. I can't really blame anybody.
It's hard to blame somebody.
Right. Yeah.
For using 40 minutes of their life on this.
Yeah. But we're grateful to have that support. We really, really are. We're also brought to you by Tommy Pittman, great friend, great supporter of the show. And we're brought to you by Cody Braun. Cody Braun, a dear friend of ours, dear friend of the show. We love him to death. Grateful to have that support. Moving on, what should we get into next? We got a few.
Should we actually talk about some sports?
Yeah, let's talk sports.
Braves baseball.
Yeah, let's talk Braves baseball. Let's talk Braves
baseball. Yeah, they were really hot going into the All-Star break. Really, for about a month, they were really hot.
Yeah,
the month of June was insane.
Yeah, they went.
I know we talked some about the Braves during June.
We did a streaking episode.
We did do a streaking episode. Shortly after that, I think it was like 2 games later, they lost.
Yeah.
So there's no deal with the bets.
I forgot
Yeah,
about
stayed hot up until the All-Star break. Cooled down a good bit. We've lost 3 of 4 now. So we suck again, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're bad again. Will
Will
Smith is bad again,
Yeah,
which
Will Smith is definitely a hot topic amongst Braves fans and Braves Twitter.
yeah,
Everyone seems to hate him again after he was so good in the playoffs. But
unbelievable.
it's quickly becoming obvious that the postseason run was an outlier for Will Smith.
For sure. Yeah. No, that was an insane run. And I mean, if you get mad at Will Smith, some people online are like, oh, dude, like, we did that in the playoffs. And it's like, yeah, and that was great. But
Hey,
like, that doesn't give you an excuse to be bad.
what have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately?
It's the name of the game.
Hey, that's it. So, I mean,
Yeah, no, there's always traffic. He always, a few games ago, the one game we actually won in Philly, we were up 6-1, gave up a 2-run shot, then walked somebody. So then Jansen had to be used. And Jansen seemed pretty frustrated that even himself, that he had to come pitch.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Will Smith couldn't close the 5-run game. And there was another one that the same thing happened, I think, a couple weeks before that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just always
bad.
Yeah.
Um,
Duvall's out for the year, so that sucks. Not that he was doing great. He was flirting around 200 pretty much the whole season, which kind of sucks. But he was getting a little hot.
Yeah.
He was starting to hit better.
Yeah, he's starting to come around.
He hurt his wrist, I believe, just going into the wall. He braced himself or something.
Brace against the wall.
Braced.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's having to have surgery, so he's donezo.
Yeah.
Ozzy's still out, so we've got some injuries.
Yeah, which I mean, last year at the deadline, we made some moves.
Yeah.
That
was gonna be my next.
A depleted outfield.
Yeah.
So who knows? Could be happening again.
It's not as depleted. It's not as depleted this year, but after Duvall's injury, everyone seems to think that we need to and probably will get an outfielder.
Somebody, yeah.
What that will look like, I don't know. We were told by our baseball insider, Kyle Bailey, a couple hours ago that Gallo, the strikeout machine, is apparently a name that we're interested in, which I don't really know if I want that because he sucks.
He's so bad, dude. He's been terrible.
Will he hit a couple of chop house deposits? Yeah,
probably.
If you give him enough at bats.
Yeah, but he's really bad.
Gonna hit like 100.
The thing is, like a few years ago, even when he was like not bad, he was pretty bad.
Yeah. He was probably was even an all-star maybe a year or two when he was hitting all those home runs.
Yeah.
But he was still hitting like 215 when he was doing that.
Yeah. So I hope we don't go after him. I would actually be really upset if we did that.
Yeah. Benintendi's name is off the board. That was a big one that
he went to the
people wanted. He went to the Yankees, because the Yankees, they need a lot of help, man.
Bless their hearts.
Their outfield is just, they have Judge and Stanton. They need some help out there in the outfield.
I know they need somebody, man. So hopefully that works out for them. But
wish them all the best.
Yeah. Some people were. I have seen people saying Jock.
Yeah. I don't know if I know I mentioned last night that the Giants have lost like 7 straight now. So and in a division with the Dodgers. I'm sorry, the Doyers.
The Doyers.
Maybe they'll be sellers now that they're on that losing streak.
10 minutes.
I don't know.
10-minute warning. Yeah, who knows? And I wouldn't hate getting Soler back. I love that guy so much.
Yeah, I honestly haven't seen how he's really. I don't think he's doing too well in Miami, is he?
Like emotionally or baseball wise?
Well, he's emotionally probably too, having to play in front of 10, having to play in front of 500 people every day. But no, I meant just like actual like performing on the field.
I don't know.
See, I don't either.
Yeah.
But yeah, he obviously, everyone loved him for what he did in the postseason for us last year. So yeah. I don't know. We will see.
I think it will be interesting to see how it plays out.
You know what? I think it will be. And you know what? We could put a pin in that.
I would love to put a pin in that. Should we move on since we got the 10-minute warning or?
I guess so.
Should we break the news about the conferences?
Yes. You want to break it?
Yeah. So breaking news: conferences, the NCAA, the conferences are realigning. Some realignment happening, as it were.
Yes.
We haven't talked about it yet. It actually happened a while ago, but USC and UCLA are now going to the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
Big Ten.
Starting in 2024, I believe.
Yeah, 2024.
So pretty soon.
That was the most recent one. I feel like the other
Yeah.
ones we might have talked about that stuff.
I feel like we did because that was like a year ago.
Yeah, that was a
I
while
think we
back.
talked about those, but
Yeah.
yeah, it seems to just be a continuing thing now to where it what everyone's saying now is now since you have this, then the USC and the UCLA one, I think that was kind of like out of left field.
Yeah, I mean, I
It was
didn't.
kind of a shock. It seemed like in the world of college athletics.
Yeah.
So it seems like now like everyone's saying we're headed towards the Big Ten and SEC are like basically like everyone's jumping ship to those two, to where you're gonna maybe end up with two mega conferences, which
Yeah, I
don't know.
think both commissioners have said that they're like not done trying to get other teams to join them.
Yeah. It's I'll tell you what, the Pac-12 is in some trouble.
Pac-12 is in trouble.
They're losing. Yeah. I mean, they already had, some teams leaving now. Yeah, the USC and UCLA, I'm sure that's their top two, like, revenue.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Business.
Yeah, schools. It's
revenue, brother. Well, it all goes back to supply and demand.
Blind demand. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I guess Oregon is still there, which is a good one for them to have.
Yeah. But after that USC and UCLA stuff broke, it was like everyone's saying, okay, well, Oregon's probably like,
yeah,
we got to do something. Or
yeah,
which conference is going to go get Oregon now?
yeah.
So yeah, the Pac-12 seems to be in trouble, and the ACC seems to like be not great too.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I know they haven't, like, not much has gone on with them, but it's been so quiet, and like all these rumors of like other, teams, other realignment happening in the future is like, it's all like there's ACC teams always mentioned. And I feel like for the past few years, there's been Clemson's always in there about leaving and joining the SEC, or then random teams like
North Carolina. And,
yeah.
Apparently the word on the street is they're like TV deal.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't even just a TV deal, but some kind of deal. It was like something about their rights. They like gave them up or something.
I understand. I understand completely.
But essentially, they're like locked into this super long contract, like all the schools basically. And so, I guess it'd be hard for them to get out of it. But yeah, I've only about the ACC. I've only heard about other conferences interested in their teams and not the other way around. Like I haven't heard that.
So that's what I'm trying to say.
Might go to the ACC or whatever. But yeah, like you're saying. But so I don't know. I feel like they're just kind of chilling, doing their thing.
Yeah,
but
it's college sports is pretty wild, pretty wacky these days.
Yeah, it's the wild, wild west right now.
Yeah.
But,
with all this realignment and all the NIL stuff, it's like, and transfer portal, it's just like, it's crazy how different it is just in the past like 5 years.
Yeah. I'm going to say this. I think it will be interesting to see how it plays out.
I think it will be, brother. Hey, adapt or die.
Adapt or die. That's what you got to do.
Adapt or die. So,
that's kind of like going to YouTube and Zoom and stuff. It's like,
hey, so the kids are doing these days, man.
Sorry about it.
Yeah. Got to keep up with what the kids are doing these days.
You got to.
You have to, man. So yeah, a little breaking news there that USC and UCLA will be leaving the Pac-12.
Yeah, joining the Big Ten.
Yeah.
It's going to be weird for a while seeing all these teams in different conferences.
The geography is. I mean, it was already pretty screwed up.
Yeah, like obviously realignment has happened before, but it feels like it's been a while, and there hasn't been any like big, major splashes, I guess. Like to me,
the last biggest to me, I mean, to us, because I mean, it's closest to us too, but I mean, A&M and Mizzou
Yeah.
to the SEC, that was what, 2011, 12?
Maybe
Like
even
12, because Mizzou won the East the first year, and that was 12.
But when was Johnny Manziel at Texas A&M?
That was 12,
It must have been 12.
because 12 was when, yeah, they beat them in T-Town.
You're a beast.
I'll never forget that day, brother.
You never will. Yeah. So I don't know. It'll be weird seeing teams that aren't geographically close at all being in the
Yeah,
same.
like I said, it was already starting a little bit, but yeah, now it's just going to be completely. It's just like you said, it's the Wild West, brother.
It's the Wild Wild West, but
But not the West, because it's everywhere.
right. But
Is
hey,
what we're saying. So,
adapt or die.
yeah,
Should we do
confirmed.
a
It was
quarterback pick?
2012. When yeah,
And then because we got 3 minutes left, so we can do our extra.
yeah, we're good.
We're also brought to you by Marvin and Phyllis Holland. Marvin and Phyllis Holland, great supporters of the show. We love them to death. They love the show, and the show loves them. And now it's time for our last and most faithful segment, Extra Innings. You're up. Do you want to go, or you want me to go, or?
I want you to go.
I'll go. I planned this out like a long time ago.
Yeah.
So I'll just use what I was planning to do. But the SEC Media Days happened
Yes.
last week, I guess.
Mhm.
Always an exciting time. A lot of, you get a lot of storylines coming out of that. A lot of things to talk about. I don't know. There's definitely a lot to talk about, and we don't have much time, but we probably should have used this as a topic now that I'm thinking about it.
Just go.
Yeah, but it was a fun time. Obviously there's some beef between some coaches and things said, yada, 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 but always a fun time.
Yeah. Jimbo tried to, you know what? My extra inning will piggyback off yours.
Yeah, it's Piggy.
We'll just piggy. Yeah, the beef, which we talked about probably almost 2 months ago now. Who knows? I don't know. The Saban and Jimbo beef, which was big beef.
Big beef.
It was big beef. But Jimbo, he definitely downplayed it a lot of SEC Media Days.
Yeah.
And said that he's got nothing but respect for Saban. They're close friends. After a month and a half ago, it was, we're done. I'm not returning his calls.
Yeah.
So he might be backpedaling a little bit. I feel like he is.
A little bit. Yeah.
Which I get, but it's too late, brother.
Yeah. Too late for that, brother. But
yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
You know what? It will be. And
Will Anderson addressed it too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you got the players. You got the players saying stuff about it. So
yeah,
that's going to be a big time matchup.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We're running out of time, but thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you another time, maybe.
Maybe.